Hello, everyone. On Wednesday, today we have 6:30, and I hope we will have the same fun we had the last time. And today we'll be going through some nice, or not nice, but interesting, at least from the perspective of astrology, examples. And we have prepared few of them, and in the meantime, if you will have some questions, then we can digress and talk a little bit from the perspective of those questions. Let me see if we have, hi, Seeking the True. What was your name? Last time you were giving your name. Hi, Angel. From New York. Wow. Good. We have international community here. Der Wolf, probably from Germany, or at least the name suggests so. Hello. Yes. All right. We have also Arthur. Finally, someone from my group appears, from my course. I thought that, where are those guys? They are not here. So nice to have you here. And yes, I'm thinking about switching from those examples. We will be going through few interesting cases, as you can see here. And basically, we are going through charts which are coming from the astrodatabank.com as usual. I'm a big fan of studying those charts. Probably those who are following my YouTube channel, they already know, because that is the very nice way to really understand what is the micro-macro relation, how the astrology works, how it is happening, and all that. So if we study those examples more and more, then we will also get good understanding of what is really happening. No? So one thing is the charts which are coming from my from the client's journal. Where is this? I want to see. This is here. Can I bring this here? That would be great. Yes, I have it here. Good. So one thing is to have charts from the clients. This is also great. This is even better. If you have many readings, then this is unfortunately that problem, right? I was when I didn't have a big circle of readings like a few years back, then I was jealous of those astrologers who had those circle already, because the more readings you are doing, this is also improving your astrological skill, right? And therefore, if you don't have those readings, then it is also not giving you that big, we could say, fate, because these astrodatabank files, you are dealing with some type of biography which is not always everything which is going on in those persons' life. You cannot ask those persons what's going on. And also, what is most important, you don't have that experience that you are stating something which you didn't know, and then the person gives you back, right, that commentary to what you are saying, right? So if you are doing readings, then you are saying things like, oh, you changed the house, or you moved in that and that year, or this period was very hard for you, right? And then the client can respond, yes, it was really so. No? And this experience of giving you back that response is a very faith-building thing, right? If you don't have it, then you may end up in some kind of theoretical bubble, right? Like you may ask about the Aruda, about the Varnada, this may come up like a compensation in very mathematical. This is very interesting. If you don't have many readings, that my observation is that this part of we could call it theoretical part, is getting bigger as some form of compensation, right? This is a crazy idea, no? You would not suspect that. This is referring to the Adler's psychological mechanism he discovered about the compensation, right? Very important psychological mechanism, right? Hi, Shubham. Okay, Shubham. Yes. I know you before. Yes, I remember. Yeah, Shubham. And Raghavendra Borali. Hello. And we have Matthias Larsen. Hello. Is it possible to use the Nord style charts? If I will not forget, please let me know. Yeah. I don't know if we will have a space for that, right? But hopefully we'll find some place. All right. We have already one question. Do you use nakshatras in Navamsha? No, I don't. We are using them in Rasi. Imagine if you will, the more level you use, right? That will create another type of problem. Maybe I should be here more. All right, guys. So let's start with some of these charts I prepared for today. I must confess, or it's maybe good, right? I didn't analyze at all, right? I mean, I think most of them I didn't analyze. Some of them I remember because I've analyzed them. They are from these are people which were born from 8 November to 12 November, right? So most of them you will somehow, maybe I should also bring myself here as a small, how to do it? Am I here? Can I do it on the fly? Can I do it? This is not the one. This is the one. Okay, now you have seen the difference between the two cameras. All right, can I? Yes, and let's put it very small. Like here, below this nice gentleman. Okay. Okay. Good. So, my dog is here messing around, right? Do you want to say hello on the live, Jackie? Okay. All right. So this is Charles Manson, right? I need to bring back here my chat. Okay. We have another question. Guruji, my question would be the retrograde heard from Sanjay Ji, the follow Rahu instead of Surya. Their Chestabala increases once they act as a Badaka. Do they break rules? Wow, what rule? This is a very complicated question. Vakri planets, the retrograde planets, this is true that they are like Rahu. Yeah, because they are always like going backwards. And they are having strong Chestabala. This is also true. They act as a Badaka. I don't know. Hi, Sapanya. Will you take our charts? No, I don't. I'm not taking a charts in these years. So I'm not doing that anymore like before. But we are doing the charts of other people, like you can see here on the screen. Okay, so Charles Manson, right? If we will see his chart now, let me try to. I don't know if that will satisfy you. If we will put this here, right? The one chart. Maybe let's remove Arudas. Can you see that, guys? This north chart and south chart, would that be right? Or am I too egoistical and I want to put this East Indian chart, right? Are you able to see those charts, right? We have a north chart here. We have the south chart here, okay. I like to draw with my tablet. I don't know if this will not add another. This is already connected. Where is the pen? Hello, Nicola. Hello, Nicola. Especially thank you for all people from India, because it's quite late for you today. Probably it's like 10 or 11, right? And yeah. Yes. Okay. 1 second. Let me try to find. I was changing all those things today, so maybe. Is it here? Yeah. Okay. But that will work on the other monitor. Okay. Let's do it today. Let's not confuse more. And I need only this here. Okay. The small chart is covered. The south chart is covered by the chat. Very good observation. Thank you. If we will put this down, right? What will happen if we will put this chart here? Okay. No? Then you can see the north and the south. I think it's better, right? And where is my chart now? Here. The chart is here. Oh my God, there are so many. Doing the lives is really something else. There are so many things to control. Okay. Hi. Hello, Rafa. Hi, Nicola. We did that. The rule of Guruji, my question would be, okay, we did that. Pranav. Hi, Pranav. Namaste, Guruji. Rahu is at Makaraka and Rahu Ketu are in the same sign in the blah, blah, blah. What does this mean about the amount of fixed karma or free will of that person? Rahu and Ketu cannot be in the same sign in the one. You mean the Vargotam. Okay, like Rahu is in the same sign. If Rahu is in the... fixed karma. If Rahu is at Makaraka and is a Vargotam in many signs, right? I would not pay a super strong attention to these, because these are, because there are so many yogas, for example, in the D60 charts, which can completely change whatever you are gaining or whatever you got from these small things, right? No, so there are other points which have much more control over those things you want to mention. No? Like, for example, you are stating here fixed karma or free will of that person. No? Fixed karma, or for example, the fixed karma, very good indicator for how much fixed karma is there, is a Dritha sign, right? So that would be bigger indicator of that. No, the Vargotam itself being in the same sign doesn't really imply anything about the fixed karma, right? With the chart on the screen, it is not possible. But now, Matthias, I think you can see the north and the south. Let me know if you can see both charts, right? You can see now both charts. Yeah, this chart is going on. We can pull it down. I want to put the chart on here so the people who are coming later, they can follow what we are doing here, right? Because then this video is much more living. It's a living, organic thing there. Right. Hi, Miguel. Hi, Aditya. Hi, Shrest Vardhana. And yes. Okay. Okay, guys. So I hope I've answered your question. you have to remember that the thing which is coming from something general like position in the sign or Vargotam things, it is a good indicator, but there are specific yogas then to expand that thing, okay? And therefore, I would not be so much fixed on those simple indicators, okay? This is like a transit of Saturn, right? The transit of Saturn is showing that something will change, but then you are using the Dasha, then you are using other things. So if you want to see, for example, things like past karma or things like that, then everything in the D60 chart will have much bigger impact on the person, right? Or even taking things like taking the ascendant lord and comparing it in the Rasi Navamsha and the Shastyamsa, where it is strong, right? As it was taught by Sanjay ji, this will have much bigger impact on how much free will you have, right? So that would be my much bigger indicator, okay, of that thing. Is it really how much free will you have? If the Rashi is dominating, right? So if the male planet is your Lagna Lord, right? And is in the male sign, right? Then we say that in the Rasi chart, then the Rasi dominates and you have a lot of free will, okay? So that will have much more indicator. Of course, the nodes will have say on the past lives, right? Like when the nodes are in the 1-7 in the Navamsha, we say that this spouse or this partner is coming from the past life. And you can observe that. I have a few friends with that combination, and there is a big connection. There is something like they are ending each other's sentences. You can see that there is some big connection there, right? So there is true that the nodes are saying that things, but to get more, you would need to understand bigger context or better yogas for that thing. Hi, Dazzler, what if exchange between 6 and 7 house lords in the 10? Yeah, then this is like switching between business and work, right? Like you can use your knowledge of the job in the business, or you can use the job of business in the work, right? Sometimes you can be sold, and then you can work for some company, right? So you can do business, but you are really working for some company, no? So those indications will be there. Even I have seen that, I have seen that. I remember one consultation when a person is like the husband is having some clinic, and he's basically employing his wife there. So officially, the wife, even if the wife is doing the business there, it is like officially under such, it's like employed, right? So even that situation was registered by the Jagannath or by the rishis, no? Yeah. What if exchange? Yeah, Navamsha is dominant. Guruji, Pranav. Yeah. Yeah, it depends on the person. For some people, Navamsha dominates. No? Then you have, I don't know why, but always when I see this thing about the Navamsha being dominating, there is the TV show in Poland and in Germany about about these are like people in the very like remote areas, like in some big villages, right? There is no many people around, and they are looking for partners. Okay, so this is like when the Navamsha dominates, right? Because the socio-economic surrounding has so big impact on you that it is impacting all of your decisions, right? So when the Navamsha dominates, it can also be similar thing, right? Like there are forces of nature or forces of association which are really constraining your freedom. Like, for example, there are people, I also have few clients who had to take care of their ailing mother or ailing family member, right? This is also a situation when the Navamsha is dominating, that they cannot really be so free as if the Rashi dominates. If the Rashi dominates, then basically we could say the rails of life are following your decisions, right? So then you are very, very proactive. Then you can do what you like, and you have much more free will, we could say. But if the Navamsha dominates, then, for example, your life is very much dependent on other people, like your spouse, right? So if you are in that marriage, then the life is completely different than the other. No? The chart shows one nature, but also circumstances. Hi Tristan played, and hi Miguel, and the chart shows one's nature, but also circumstances which feel unnatural. In Ayurvedic terms, you could say the chart shows both Prakriti and Vikriti. How to discern authentic nature? Yeah, the Lagna and Sun is Prakriti, and 6th and 8th is Vikriti in Ayurveda. Atmakaraka is exalted in D1, but debilitated in D9. What does this mean? This is a very spiritual combination. Exalted in D1 shows high ideals, debilitated in D9 is the Phala. So spiritual people will have those things, high ideals and not living with many resources. That could be also something which they choose. Sandraji says, any planet in 10 in D10 assures success. How to activate such planet? For example, Rahu is there. This is something also you like to do or you are qualified to do. Yeah. Would we study Navamsha for sannyasis to see their connection to Vishnu? Yes, very much. Sannyasis will have Atmakaraka related to the second house usually. And Ishta Devata will be related to Mercury, Venus, for the Ishta Devata related to Vishnu, Radha Krishna, things like that. Roxanne Bardwaj, what if there's an exchange between 1st and 8th in D10? These people don't like to work, right? When you have a Lagna Lord in 8, you are scheming all the time how to create such big situation when you will get only passive income and don't work anymore in life. No? Shresvardanan, stationary Jupiter and Donald Trump chart and Sanjay Guru, how they are different, how to read stationary chart. Yeah, these planets are very powerful when they are stationary, right? So each speed of planet is referring to as having a karaka of another planet, right? So this is like a frozen. These are very strong planets when they are stationary. But I must say, I didn't study that in detail. And I'm not using that, maybe to my detriment. Shubha, right? Shubha was the name? I hope so. Lagna and Atmakaraka degree, same. What happens any connection? These are, again, very general, right? These are all very general things. Okay, guys, let us try to analyze. Let us try to see what's going on in the chart. Right, so I remember this Charles Manson's chart, and I think everyone knows him, right? That he didn't kill anyone, but he was very much involved in that. He inspired to kill, right? Even recently, I've read about there was some people, even on astrodata.com, when he directly ordered to kill someone, right? So even if he didn't kill anyone, he directly was involved in killing others. No? So he directly gave the order to kill. So this is not small thing, right? So the one thing which is coming here in the chart, and let us see what's going on here, right? We have 12 November 34, right? And 440. And then we have 5 time zone 5. You have to be careful with those time zones. I'm always checking the time zone here between this and what Devaguru says, right? Because sometimes the time zones are different. the 6, there could be 6 in Astrology Bank and 5 in. So then I'm not analyzing those charts. I'm quitting. Tejindra from Devaguru, we were discussing about this phenomenon. Is there any way to understand which time zone is correct? And according to him, there is no way to do it. It was not properly written. So then you are either, it's like rectification, you have to rectify, you have to guess what was the situation, or you have to, or you are just quitting, right? I have Rahu in Lagna, so I'm quitting. Such cases. I'm done. Next chart, right? So here we can see that the Charles Manson, and here we have 5, right? Time zone is 5. And here we also have time zone is 5, right? So as you can see, he has like benefics, right? Benefics in the 7th house, many benefics, right? So when many benefics, this is like also in the Osho chart, right? Do you remember the Osho chart? He also had many benefics in the 7th house. So those people who are involved in some like open sexuality or are very liberal, they may have 7th house loaded, no? Especially here with the benefics, and here we have Marana Karakastana, Jupiter in 0 Digbala, and Sun debilitated, right? So this is not funny situation here, right? There is like, these are benefics, but they are quite afflicted. And what is important is that this moon, nakshatra of that moon is also the moon, right? So that moon is not only moon, but it also controls the mental health of this person, right? Therefore, it will have impact on his mental health, right? So this moon, Saturn, and Rahu, this is quite then serious combination, no? And this is Sarpa Yoga, right? Because we have like 3 malefics, or 3 houses are afflicted by malefics. And it is very hard to find any solace here, right? Because those planets which are showing, which planet could help, right? Probably that Venus only, no? That Venus here in the 7th house could bring some relapse. But even that Venus is combusted, you see? That Venus is combusted. The Chandra also has the same degrees as Rahu, right? So there is also a war here in the 10th house. And this is the 4th lord in the 10th. This is like a mother, right? Do we have any information? Childhood, right? But his biological father appears to have been against Scott worked, married. You see, Manson was placed in the home on August. Kathleen and latter were arrested for assault and robbery and sentenced to 5 and 10 years of imprisonment. Right, so you see, his mother spent her evenings drinking. She was arrested, and the family later moved. No, so this is also quite a problematic situation here. No? This the situation is very dramatic here. We can also see the 4th nakshatra right here for the childhood, and that would be Rohini. And even from the Rohini, if we take it from Lagna, the Lord of Rohini, right, of the 4th nakshatra, is also the moon here. No, the time is 1640, right? So this is giving us the degree of 12, 18 Aries. No, the problem with the chart, again, something which is not very comfortable for my Rahu in Lagna, is that this chart has very short Navamsha, because this Navamsha is only 9 minutes, right? So each 9 minutes it will change. The pros here is that the time is quite accurate. No? It's 440. And again, here we have this Sarpa Yoga, right? At least by number of planets, not by houses, but by planets, Rahu, Mars, and Ketu. So many times you will see for those people who are antisocial, involved in things like that, they will have really those malefics, right? And there are more advanced rules to see if those malefics will compel you to create some real crime in life, right? So in this chart, we have the situation. I cannot speak about this so openly because this is related to this advanced Navamsha analysis, but there is this Sarpa Yoga here is touching this point, which will show that this person can turn those malefics against other people, right? So he is not only like a victim, because we see that this Mars and Ketu in fourth is showing that he could be a victim, also maybe of some sexual thing, right? This is Mars in a Venusian sign, and therefore that could turn out like that, right? Okay, so have you analyzed that chart? What you were, do you have any questions to this? No. This is quite interesting one, I would say. Ketu in the fourth house, right? The Sarpa Yoga and the Kapata Yoga is also there. Yeah. Yeah. Lagna and Almakaraka agree. Tristan, Rahu in Navamsha trines gives research. I've heard it's connected to Yoga Sutras. Does it rule conditions, create new ways of thinking? Could you simplify? If Rahu is with the sun, then this is giving the Yoga Sutras. Okay, so you need to have Rahu and sun. This is the Patanjali Yoga then. And Rahu alone is very good for mantras. He will have to drop off today due to some issues, but looking forward to next one. Thanks you. Yeah, Shubham, nice that you stand close by, and yeah, see you in the next live. Take care. All right. So this is Charles Manson. I think we can go forward. This is interesting chart because this is the wife of the president, right? So Nicolas Sarkozy was married to his first wife at the time, met his future wife again 3 years later. He felt struck by lightning. So this is like a Venus type of marriage, right? And again, we have you see, this chart is very, very accurate, right? 2355. And the source is Didier Geslane. So this is basically birth certificate, right? But what interests us is, was it a first spouse for her? When her husband was a minister, Sarkozy had an office next to his. Is it her first? No, this is also her second. So you see, her second spouse is Nikolai Sarkozy, right? So we have to see the second in the Navamsha, right? This is for, let me see, what was her work? French political advisor and activist, right? So she was also, was it from the beginning? She studied piano, political life. Yeah, this is the question. If she was also in politics before, she was fitting model for the French fashion house. Okay, so this is a bit different career life, right? Let us see. Lagna is the moon. Is it good? I always check also the degrees. So we have 22 degrees of Leo, right? So that would be end of Cancer, right? Yes, 28 Cancer. No? So this is the last Navamsha. Pisces is the last Navamsha of Cancer. And then the second spouse would be here, that Mars. Mars is aspected by that Sun, right? So this is my Mars Sun, and this is giving her the Raja Yoga. The second lord is in the 10. This is giving her a wealth, right? Because the second spouse is the second lord, right? Is Arudha Lagna related to Venus? Arudha Lagna is here. If we pull it down, right? 7 from Arudha Lagna is in Libra, and Libra is loaded by that Venus. No? And then we have Sun. So you see, the Sun is also second lord, you see? So her Arudha turned into the Sun when she married second time, because second spouse is second lord, right? And 10th house from the moon, which is showing the real work, right? Not 10th from Lagna, is that Mars with the sun, no? So you can see that there is the sun and Mars. And the Jupiter Mercury is having a nice Kartari yoga on that, no? Moon in the Lagna, also some Indian politician. It was Jawaharlal Nehru who had moon in Lagna also, no? I think so. And she also has that Graha Marika from Jupiter to the Venus. No? What was doing the first spouse? Let's check that. Do we have any? Jacques Martin. What was doing this person? TV host. Was French television host and producer, right? So see, TV host and producer, right? Let's see that. Right, in the chart, we have second, where was she? Here. Second, seventh is Mercury. You see Mercury here and also Mercury in the Rashi, right? Saturn, Mercury. And here we also have it at 7th house. And fourth, which is also, you see, because the producer is the sun. So always when I see producer, it will be always sun. And why sun? Because it's 10th from the 7th, right? So career life. So this Navamsha is definitely right. So we can study that further. Mercury, Jupiter, consulting, writing a book. Did she write some book? Personal life. She married. So she had, there was a divorce, right? With the Sarkozy. It was not the last one? No, this was divorce in 2007. All right. Interesting. We can also study that. Okay, but I think that let's close this. Do you have any questions here or any comments, right? In the Dashamsa, what this Dashamsa says, right? You see, this Navamsha is the last one, right? 2740 to 30 degrees, right? So that means that she will have around, that the Dashamsa must also be right? Because this Dashamsa is from 27 to 30. This is the last Dashamsa, right? So if I mean, it could be from 24 to 27, right? The last one. So it will be very narrow, 2640, you see, 2640 to 27, Scorpio, no? But most likely it will be Sagittarius, no? Mercury, Moon. No? This is like a publishing work, you see, Mercury, Moon. Very nice. Was she doing something with publishing? Political life, visited Libya, French left. What she was doing after the political work? She studied piano. What about Sun in Navamsha? Anything? Only Rasi Drishti. Okay. Tiara down, her maternal, blah, 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 blah. What she was doing, I don't know. Okay, let us see what we have here in the chat. Rahu. Maybe I should have here also my face. Can I copy that here? Yes. All right. Do we have any new questions? Rahu in Navamsha Trine gives research. How to identify special chart or destiny chart. Special chart or child of destiny. What is that? Could you define that more? Linked to the Lord of Rana by Rasi Drishti. No grahas linked to Lagna. Okay. Nicola Bardach. What if Parivartana Yoga between 3rd house and the 11th house? This is the Kala Yoga, right? So it can indicate some fight. Also, 3rd and 11, this is a very interesting dynamic because 11 wants to give you something And if it doesn't give you, you have to fight for it, right? So third house, people who have a third house, it's like they may have some problems with getting things naturally, right? So they have to fight for them. This is what you could imply because of the Argala principle, no? George Pastev, hello. Nice to have you here. When Jupiter is in Kendra from the 9th Lord, Venus Kendra from 11th Lord, and Mercury Kendra from 10th Lord. Wow. Is the Brahma Yoga formed? Or Mercury has to be Kendra? I don't remember now. But this is a very interesting one. I think it was giving also the sportsman. Tristan Plate, with regard to Rahu in Navamsha trines, are you able to provide examples which is applicable to Western culture? Rahu in the Navamsha trines. The person may be catastrophizing. The person may have thoughts in many directions, so can do many things at once. And from mixing those different directions, they will be able to do two things. One is create something new, so they can be then trendsetters, and also they can break the norms. They can create, they can have a very original stance on something, right? On the more physical level, those people can be also work in mining. Rahu is also related to mining. And I had a person, a Vaishnava, my friend from my city in Poland when I was born. I had one Vaishnava there also, which is very crazy because this was a quite small city. And he was working in mining for some very short time. And he, interestingly, I remember that, has Rahu in Navamsha trines. So depends, you see, depends on which level this Rahu will come, right? Yeah. Let me see the battery in the camera, just sure we have some time before the things explode. Okay, it's fine. All right. Bum, bum, bum. Can you put a North chart? I should learn the others. I think we have the North chart, right? I think we have the North chart there. Let me see. North chart screen. And we were using Cecilia. And here we have the North. We don't have a North chart. Oh my God. Sorry. Yeah, because when I was uploading all those things to the browser, then North chart. Yes, here. Okay. Is it her chart? Yes, it is. You see, interestingly, she has many planets that's malefics in the 4th house, right? Is it giving a problem for her? How this 4 malefics, right? This is quite terrible here. Is it giving some problems to her? No, this should be not so good. Can we find something? Was she cheated by Sarkozy? Cecilia Martin left her husband. Oh my God. Other sources state that Sarkozy fell in love with the bride on her wedding day. Wow, this is crazy. Cecilia Martin left her husband to live with Sarkozy in 88. 88. Okay. Crazy, crazy, crazy. 88. Pisces started. 88. Where is Jupiter? Jupiter is here. Okay. So this is like 9th Lord leaving, right? The 9th. It's like leaving the engagement. You see, the 9th house is very important when it comes to loyalty. It's like I'm engaged to something, to someone, right? So you see exactly when it's Pisces started, she is leaving that engagement with a 7. Okay. Where is the moon? Moon is in Lagna, so we can use normal Vimshotri. It was 88, 88. Where is 88? Mercury. Was it? You see, it doesn't matter if it was before May. You don't see because now we have this chart here. I have to maybe, it's very hard to satisfy everyone. But here you can see that. This is crazy. This is crazy. 88, right? So till 88 May, it was Mercury, Mars, right? But after 88 May, it was Mercury, Rahu. So it doesn't matter, right? We don't need to ask, was it before May or was it after May, right? It doesn't matter because it's still related to that fourth house. Wow. The only thing which is crazy here, maybe we should ask the more knowledgeable ones, the more experienced, why she was cheating the husband. Normally with the benefic in Lagna, this is a pure Kapata yoga, right? Maybe this benefic works also in the very malefic fashion. This is the Punarvasu, because with the moon, you never know, right? The moon is very much implicated in the Panchanga, whatever the Panchanga says. Okay, so quite interesting. All right, do we have some questions to this chart? Can you put it? Matthias, can you see now the north chart? Are you? Is it visible? Is it fine? Miguel is asking, is there any importance on the nakshatra lagna? I'm not using nakshatras in Navamsha. Ben 42, regarding Kartari, will own sign, powerful sun, be considered Papa Kartari if Mars and Saturn? Yeah. Yes. If Mars and Saturn and in second 12, they are doing Kartari on the sun. Matthias say yes. Good. What kind of abilities Rahu Ketu gives if they are Vargotam? This has impact also on your marriage preferences, right? If the nodes are Vargotam, it's good when your spouse is a Jyotisha, we were taught. So the planets which are Vargotam also have impact on this, no? Maybe if we can answer this question, we could make it here. And maybe we could make this, oh my God, not this. This, yeah. Okay. So this is here, and what is here? This is here, okay. We are getting there, guys. We are getting there. Learning phase is continuing. All right. Roxanne, if 8th house is loaded with benefics, but all combust, what does it mean for the native? Yeah, it's very general. It depends. It depends. As said, combusted can be big problem, no? 8th house have to do with debts, with divorce. 8th house has to do with other people's wealth, right? So is it career life yoga? You can work with others' wealth. You can even work for the spouse. I have many clients who are working with the spouse, and they have 8th house. It is showing inheritance. It can also show problems with health, mental health also. Mercury, Venus, I have seen Mercury, Venus, Moon can give body dysmorphia problems, especially for ladies. This can be issue. Moon and Saturn in 8 is a problem, right? Vata, neurological nervous system problem. So depends. Is it a health or is it finances or is it divorce? You see? This can turn away. Is it inheritance, right? So one type of categorization would be what type of ayana, what type of ayana is related to that 8th house. Is it artha ayana? So is it about the work and wealth? Is it about the Kama Ayana? So is it about the relationships? No. Is it about spirituality? So this is the Moksha Ayana. Or is it about Dharma Ayana? So health? No. Ben is asking, in one of the lecture by Sanjay Guruji, does own sign Venus in Libra behave like Jupiter? Yes. Yes. Uchanata. I'm using that in every YouTube. Uchanata principle. This has revolutionized my readings. So the more the yoga formations we know, it's better, no? Venus is Pushkara Navamsha. It's got debilitated in Navamsha. Weekend. Yes, it is weekend. Yeah. Navamsha and it's not very nice. Coming back, guys, just get some water. Okay. I think we can go farther. What do you think, guys, about this format of looking at that charts? Should we make that tradition? Let me know. Okay, so I think we can go farther, right? Cecilia is just having some complicated married life. Now we are going to the Dolores Del Rachel, right? Or probably I've butchered her name. Sorry. Rachel, American civil rights activist, former African studies instructor. She was the president of National Association for the Advancement of Colored People. In June, came to media attention where her white parents publicly stated that Dolores is white woman passing as black. Remember that case? Do you remember? I remember this thing. It was a big thing. This is crazy, no? Plagiarism accusation. Wow. Racial identity, no? Because she was so fixed on the black culture, and there are those people. Maybe they were in the past. In the past, they were. I think they were in those cultures. They were born in those cultures, and somehow maybe they have some Rahu Ketu, right? They cannot get. They are so attracted. It's just like the gender, right? Like the gender mismatch. So this is like the racial mismatch, right? And she was presenting herself as a black woman, despite having been born to white parents. This is crazy. Okay, but interesting, huh? What is the degree? 727. 727. So that would be what? 727, 13. Yes. So this is right, huh? Because we have to deduct 24, right? So from, if we deduct 7 back, this will be oh my god, I deleted her chart. I deleted her chart. I don't know if I should do it here. Maybe let's put this here. Oh, this is a good way. And now I can put this here. I don't want to dox myself. This was her chart. Okay. Now we will put this here. Where is that? Come on. Okay, that will be on the end. We will find it. Now go back. Good. So that is her chart, right? 13 Virgo. Rahu. You see Rahu in the Lagna. Rahu in the Lagna. Straight away. Rahu in the Lagna. No? And malefics, right, or Atmakaraka related to the seventh house often gives activist. Also Atmakaraka with the Venus, right? Venus is a big activist, right? So, and Jupiter is in the 10th. And she was also, let us see, she is, did she create it also, no? Why this is closing? I didn't want to close this. 1 second. Yeah. Let's go back. Parents, blah, 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 early life, lawsuit, career. So she was also cheating. You know, she's a little bit plagiarism, right? We have some plagiarism. We have some not being straight with those racial identity. No? There are some weird things going on. What about moon? The moon is here with the Mercury, 10th Lord, right? Moon is with the Mercury. And we have the time 3:45, and this is giving us 13 degrees, right? So the Navamsha can be also Aries, no? But because she's activist, right, Atmakaraka-san is quite nice, no? It's quite nice. And you see, this Mercury, which is her Lagna Lord, right, is here with the Moon, Mars in the 6th house, no? So, and this Venus and Ketu, they are also afflicted, right? When Ketu is the 7th Lord and the Venus is the Karaka for relationship. So this is also not very easy for her relationship, no? And Saturn in the Navamsha Lagna can also, I have seen, sometimes give some weird impact on the intelligence, right? Because normally the malefics, you see, in the Shastra, it's often said that if there is a kartari on the lagna, the person may lie, no? Or may be forced to lie. And you can see here, the Saturn Sun, they are doing kartari on the lagna, right? So this is this part, no? The Ketu, Badaka Ketu, 3rd Lord, right? So she is like, and you see Lagna Lords in the 3rd. So she is very like creating, you don't want to have, you remember in the recent life, I think we were doing that. You don't want to have weak benefics, right? In the 3rd house. Because it may show the person who is very like defensive or maybe provoking the fights or something like that, no? You don't want to have it there. So this is quite interesting that we have two things, right? 3rd Lord of the fights is, I mean, 3 things, or even 4. See that, no? One, we have 3rd Lord in the Badaka. So this is already problem. This is like being thrown, right, to those things of fighting and things like that. And then we have those Lagna Lord in the 3rd house, in the martial sign, right? And there is this Mars and Moon Parivartana. And what is even more crazy, this Ketu in the 7, I always say, right? Even to my with my students, we were discussing that for activists, they have this 7th house. I have seen that 7th house often is quite accentuated, right? Because this is how they see the other in the world. What is the relationship of the native to the other, no? And here we can see that this is through malefic. So it can be defensive, it can be war, right? And that Ketu here is in that trikona to that moon in the 3rd and that Mars, because we need the 6th Lord, Karaka, right? So we have this, 3rd Lord, right? Mars, and we have also the Badaka, right? So this is crazy crazy situation. We have already 1 hour. Let me see here. Yes. I think we can do more. We have 18 people here, so I can do more. All right. So this is quite interesting. You see how the third house is dominating this chart very strongly because of that Trikona yoga with the Badaka. And here is even a6. So she is like in very defensive, very fighting mood. And see those malefics also. Jupiter in the 10th. This will be also very important yoga here because this Jupiter starts the whole thing and it is ending with that Mercury and Moon. You see? So and with a6, you see. So this is very fighting person. I have seen that Mercury in 3rd or 6th. These people can be fighters. They are very courageous, revolutionaries, and things like that. I have a friend, Virgo Lagna, and he has Mercury with Sun and Ketu in 6th. He is very courageous. He is like a warrior, right? So these are different people. These are very. You cannot imitate their courage. You cannot fight with them. They have some martial blessing. All right. Do we have any questions? Bum bum bum. What kind of abilities can you put in our chart? Blah, blah, blah. We're on sign and da, da, da. What kind of abilities Rahu Ketu gives if they are Vargatam? F8 house. Okay. What would be the effect of Shani Vargotam in Karka? This can give political results. No? Shani in Karka is political. You have lecture, does on sign Venus? Yes. Venus in Pushkara? Yes, we did. I'm still waiting to get your thoughts on principles of Rashmi. Oh my God. This is Parashara Jyotish course question. I recently saw a chart with the Parivartana Yoga, Cancer Ascendant with Jupiter. And Venus in Lagna and Moon Ketu in 9th house. I can tell if that Parivartana is good or bad. Cancer Ascendant, Jupiter, Venus in Lagna, Moon Ketu in the 9th. It's very good. Very nice. It's Lakshmi Yoga. Elders' blessings. Venus in Libra, can we use Ketu? Yes, sometimes we can use Ketu. Yeah, but mostly Jupiter I have seen. This is still unresolved question. Recently, I have seen that Venus gave results of Ketu, yeah. I think yesterday I was doing a chart. She was born in Montana. Today is her birthday. Yes. I'm doing the charts of people who were born in last 5 days. So very high chance that also someone from today. Montana has no people of color. Okay. When you say Badaka in 3rd house, you mean from Chandra Lagna. Badaka in 3rd house. Yeah. I mean, here the Badaka has 3rd Lord Ketu. No? In the Badaka house, Pisces, we have 3rd Lord Ketu. Yeah. This is how it is. All right, let's go. Let's see what we have more. I don't know. That was Dolazol. Then we have some Mendieta Ana Maria, Peruvian lawyer who served as Minister of Women and Vulnerable Population, blah, blah, blah. 1240 degree is 29. She should have 6. Is it 6? Yes, 624. Good. What's she doing before that? Exile. I love that. Haha. Something is happening. Anna, age 12, and her were sent to the United States by their parents. Oh my God, this is very interesting chart to analyze, right? You can see going to exile. Do you know this person? Anyone knows? Ana Mendieta, Cuban-American performance artist, sculpture, painter, and video artist who is best known for her earth body artwork. She is considered one of the most influential Cuban-American artists of post-World II era. Born in Havana, Cuba, Mendieta left for US in 61. So she was 61, 13 years old. No. 61, she moved to US. She died after falling from her 34th floor. Was it suicide? Death. Oh my God. She lived there with her husband of 8 months. The circumstances surrounding her death have been subject of controversy. Wow, what a chart. She fell 33 stories onto the roof of a deli just prior to her death. Neighbors heard the couple arguing violently. Wow! The neighbors heard Mendieta scream out, "No!" right before her death. Wow, and Andra had scratches all over his face. There were no eyewitnesses to the events that led up to Mendieta's death. Wow, this is crazy. So she was 85. So she lived for 37, huh? 37 years. 36. So Saturn, huh? 36, 37. Saturn. Mendieta. Is it right? 1240, 29. So it should be 6 Aquarius. Saturn, Indi Lagna, Marana Karakastana. 85. Which month? September. 85 September was Saturn, Mars. Mars and 12. Maybe the Sagittarius should be here, no? You see? 12, 40. Nah, if we only add 1 minute, Mars is in the 12. Right? The time was 85 September. 85 September. Saturn, Mars. 85 September. Saturn, Mars, Jupiter. I don't know, because you know what? Rahu, Jupiter in 12. What is Rahu, Jupiter? Anyone? I'm waiting for you. What is Rahu, Jupiter? Come on. Let's see the question. She was born in Montana. She's Virgo. When we see Charakaraka, Roxana is asking, when we see Charakaraka replacement, do we have here the battery? Yes. For example, Venus is replaced by Mercury. How do you translate this? Yes, that this Venus is like afflicted, no? Venus replaced by Mercury, yeah. So the Venus is like a ghost. Whatever it shows in the Dasha, you will have problem. These things maybe not existed in your life. So you need to do remedy to revive those things, places, people, everything which is related to that Venus. It's like Venus is defeated. Mercury takes its role. No? Guru Shrestvarna is saying Guru Chandala, yeah, but what it shows, right? Guru Chandala, yes. Rahu, Jupiter in the 12th house, in Navamsha. Anyone? What will this show? 12th house in the Navamsha. What is that? Our favorite guru, Chandal Yoga, yeah. No? Anyone? What is this Rahu and Jupiter in the 12th? Sage goes to Pop, yeah. Do you remember what it means, the 12th house in Navamsha? No. Which month was that again? This was in the 85 September. It was just at the beginning of Aries. And there we have Rahu in the Aries. No? I think it is Scorpio. I think it is Scorpio. Miguel says, you put her birthplace in Peru, but she was born in Havana. Really? Let me see. She was born in Havana. That's true. So why Devaguru shows something else? If we put Havana, oh my God, it changes a lot. Really? I have a Capricorn Lagna now. 1 second. Mendieta. Mendieta. You see, in the Devaguru, it shows Miraflores in the Lima, in Peru. Right? So this is Aquarius Lagna, but if we, and in the Wikipedia, right, if we go to Wiki, Miguel is right. This is in the Havana. So we should put Havana. Very good. Havana, Cuba. Good. So she is Capricorn now. What about September 85? We can still use the normal Vimshotri. September 85 will be Saturn, Mars, still. 40, so we can be here. And it's still a Rahu. Rahu, Jupiter is here. You see, all these planets, Moon, Venus, and Saturn in the 12th, they will have a very direct yoga with this thing in 4th. Why? Because this Moon, Venus, and Saturn are aspecting this Jupiterian sign, you see, and Jupiter is aspecting these planets. You see? This is often ignored, Graha Drishti. It is like a big yoga. It is almost like they are in the mutual Graha Drishti. Okay? So it was in Saturn, Mars, no? And this was in Aries here. So you see, 4th house here and 4th house here, right? Were very much affected, no? And Rahu Jupiter, we don't need to comment, right? What the Rahu Jupiter is showing. Normally falling down is a Sagittarius, right? So there should be a lot of Sagittarius energy there. No? Maybe that aspect here on the Sagittarius, right? And yeah. Let's see the questions. Yeah, low morals. Place of death, exactly, yes. Place of death. Rahu Jupiter is being killed. Yeah. Good. Very nice catch. Let's delete that. So crazy, huh? I will study that chart more. Maybe I will do it. This is definitely we need to study this chart. Very interesting thing, no? All right. What if there are 4 to 5 planets having Ras Drishti on the 10th house of the 10? Does it show abilities or pressure? It may show short-lasted job. The Rasi Drishti may show short-lasted job. 36 years as Saturn. How is that? Yeah, we have this natural years for plants. Naisargika age of planets, yeah. Saturn is 34. It starts around 34. Then from 39, it's Ketu, so on. But now she had Saturn in the second, no? If we change it to Capricorn, the Saturn moved to second. Robert's rechart. Why I've chosen his chart? First, let us see if it's right. What we have? 23. Let me put it here. 2320. Rodent rating A. What is the source? Quotes a mutual friend. Okay, let's say it's okay. It's a 15 Leo and 6. Okay, so we give time zone 6. And we have 22 Cancer. So if we add 8 to 15, we have 23. So it is right. Is it something interesting or we should skip that? Oh my God, it's an evangelist. Very. So extreme again, right? You know, what is the thing about why I'm studying those charts from astrodatabank.com? Because they are extreme, right? We want to study charts of events which are extreme, because if something is extreme, it must be very visible also in the, it must be strongly seen in the, why this color is so white? We should change it to something more yellow. Is it more yellow now? Yeah. Okay, let's put more light there. Yeah. Okay, so Anna, it should be, so if something is very extreme, it should be also visible as that in the chart, right? Because if we have those vanilla, let's call it vanilla charts, then there is always this ambiguity, right? But if we have something strong, like the last chart, right? There was a big quarrel and the lady is falling off. It's like a murder or suicide. We don't know, right? So this is very extreme. So it should be also seen in the chart. So do we have anything worthy? Controversy. Oh, yeah. In October 2007, 3 former professors filed a lawsuit. Roberts, his wife, and several administration as a part of again were made, including university resources were illegally used by Robert to help in the mayor candidate's election campaign. Roberts misappropriated university funds for a dollar trip to Bahamas. I love it. He was maintaining a stable of horses at university expense for the exclusive use of his children. Okay. Resignation. On 17 October 2007, Roberts asked for and was granted indefinite leave of absence from the school. So he was like working in some administrative position, right? Interesting. Resignation resolution. So 17 October 2007. So basically the controversy and the resignation, right, was October 2007. Resignation 2007. Moon is in the 9th, Jupiter is not at Makaraka, resignation, so we can use the Moon Vimshotri. It was a Moon Venus. Venus is in the 3rd house. What about the Shamsa? Venus is 8th Lord and in the 3rd. So the Shamsa is rather right. Sun is in the 10th, right? He was working in the... Yeah. So he resigned. Arrest. Oh my God. It's even more. We have some arrest later. Resignation. At May 2012, Roberts pled guilty to change of DUI. Okay. So, yeah, he was like chairman. So he has a big position. Wow, he was a faith healer. Okay. Faith healer. Performance. Interesting. Lagna Lord. Moon in the ninth. 10 from the moon, Jupiter, right? 10 from the moon is Jupiter. And the Aruda Lagna is between Jupiter and Ketu, right? So this is spiritual. Jupiter is aspected by Venus, right? So this entertainment and the moon, right? So the wealth coming from this ninth house and Sagittarius. So this is like working in some chart or temple. No, 20. So we can think, is it not Aquarius Navamsha, right? Because it's at the border. It could be Aquarius or it could be Capricorn. And in the Dashamsa, we have Mars in the 6th. Sun and Rahu in the 10th. Now, this is this chairman position, right? Does he had also chairman position? Oh my God. Chairman and chief executive officer. All right. Beautiful. So Aruda Lagna between Ketu and Jupiter. In the Navamsha. So the Shamsa, we also have the Sephird, right? Sun, Rahu in the 10th. And he resigned in Venus, right? So 8th and 3rd has to be activated. Venus is 8th Lord. In the 3rd. Resignation and controversy. Is Aruda related to Rahu? Yes, it is. Aruda Lagna is suspected by Rahu, so we have controversy. And this controversy was related to money. No? It was like spending for the children, right? And Aruda Lagna is in the 5th. All right. All right. So what he should do with that chart? Which thing to activate here? This is troublesome positions. This Venus debilitated, Mercury, Marana Karakastana, Jupiter in 6th. Hard to say, right? Hard to say which way to go. Okay. We have still 17 people. People are with me. 36 minutes. What is the battery here? The battery here is 76. Let's see this. Battery. 61. It's fine. All right. Now, let us see some new questions. What does Rahu Jupiter in 8th house of Navamsha shows? Yeah, this can give some health issues like cancer, anxiety. Depends what it does in the Rasi chart. No? But Rahu Jupiter, also where is the sun? No? This can change a lot. His father was Oral Roberts. Okay, I don't know this person. I have to go now. Okay, good session. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Do Mandani's chart. Yes, definitely. Guruji, what if the Lord of Rashi is in Yuddha with the Karaka of Rashi? Nothing specific, I think. Mars in Jeshta. How do you use the profession of someone using Karakamsha? I will keep it to myself for now. He was chairman because his father was Oral Roberts. Ah, Nepo baby. Okay. Interesting. What about Guru Changala Yoga in 7th house of Taurus in the 9? Yeah. Taurus. Then it's not so bad. Rashi, Tulia Navamsha, etc. Okay, Tulia. Anyways, Rafael, thank you for your time and the for answering questions. Yeah, hope to see you. Thank you. All the people from India, for you, it's already, I don't know, 11, 12. Thank you for coming by. Let us see time in India. Anyone from India here with us in our virtual party? All right. Kanan Susan, 12:30. Yeah. Shres Vardhan, are you in India or are you somewhere outside? Tell us. Are you this crazy to stay with us in the middle of the night when you should be sleeping? Do you have malefics in Trikona to Karakamsha? So you are the Jyotisha fanatic. Right? India. Wow. In the middle of the night. Sacrificing the sleep for Jyotisha. Good. Okay. Or maybe you have problems with sleeping, no? And then someone is speaking to you and it helps you to fall asleep. So I have to regulate my voice. So it is better. Okay. Do we have any interesting here? I don't know why I took her chart. Writer and author. Do we have anything for writer and author here? Let me see. A writer and author. Sun, Mercury, and Ketu. This is not good for Mercury, right? But Aruda Lagna is aspected by that Mercury, right? So the first thing for authors or people who are earning from speaking, from speech, is a Mercury related to the Aruda Lagna, right? And here we have it. Aruda Lagna is joined the Sun, is aspected by the Sun, is aspected, Mercury is aspecting Aruda Lagna, is with the Aruda Lagna Lord. Things like that. Now, Navamsha, 6'4", she was born 6'5". Let's check her date, right? The degree. Degree is 13 Scorpio. 13 Scorpio is 20 Libra. So it's fine. It's fine. We could think that she is Pisces, right? Because then Mercury would be in 10th. But yeah, so this is something to think about. And in the Dashamsa, Mercury is in the 9th. Very often, very, very often, writers will have Mercury in the 3rd or 9th in Dashamsa because this is the freelance, right, situation. And was she freelancing? I think so, no? Memoir. Girl Interrupted, best-selling memoir by American author Susan Kaysen. Kaysen, this is like the Zen master, relating her experience as a young woman in American psychiatric hospital. Wow, 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 wow. Wow. Before being sent to hospital in 1967 to undergo psychiatric treatment for clinical depression. While there, she was diagnosed with borderline personality disorder. She was released after 18 months. She drew on this experience for her memoir, Girl Interrupted, in 1993. Wow, I have to read it. I have to read it. This sounds beautiful. I should write it down because I will forget. I am buying this book. Come on. Girl interrupted. Okay. Okay, so now we have something to check, which was adapted into a film. Anyone has watched this movie, Girl Interrupted? With Winona Ryder? I don't remember. So see, it was in 67, right? In 67, she went into the psychiatric treatment. 565. Saturn, Rahu, and Ford here, nah? And 67, and the Vaguru says 67 January, right? I prefer to put June, but let it be like that. 67 is Saturn, Venus. Venus debilitated in the 12th. I didn't study the borderline much in astrology. Anyone has studied the borderline thing in Jyotisha, how this is showing up? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm, 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 mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Atmakaraka is here. Mercury is here. Jupiter and Ketu is 12th house. Jupiter, Ketu. Giving effects on this. Mercury. All right. Sun, Mercury, Ketu. You see this parivartana between Mercury and Venus, no? And she went to that hospital in Venus. And see, this is beautiful. Oh my God. How she turned that experience, right? She turned that experience of being in that hospital into writing about this, right? The Mercury. Right? So when Lagna Lord was in the 12th, right? Because the 12th house has to do a lot with the mental, right? Dispositor of the moon is Saturn or Rahu. And Nakshatra is Jupiter. Jupiter is in the Marana Karakastana, you see? So she cannot depend on that. Saturn is in the Badaka. Rahu is fine, but in the Navamsha, I don't know if this is... Rahu is fine. Rahu is fine. No? It's not afflicted. Rahu is fine. So maybe she somehow... This Rahu helped her, no? But what we can see is that she turned that experience in hospital into that book, right? So therefore, when that Mercury, therefore this parivartana is a very dynamic thing, right? Even if it's badly parivartana, we say, right? She turned that experience into a book, right? 10th from the moon, Ketu, is with that Sun and Mercury. So she has that mental problems, but she is turning that because of that parivartana. When the Lagna started to shine, right? She released that book. You see, Saturn Rahu. I knew that the Rahu is helping her. You see, I didn't knew that. I mean, I didn't knew at that time. One light is going over. Okay, we are going 90 minutes. I think it's fine. 13 people. Saturn Rahu. So she was taking the thing from the Rahu. No? Interesting. You see, this Rahu was helpful for her. Oh my god! But you see the Sun Mercury. This is the yoga for writing a book because it aspects the Aruda Lagna. This is with the 10th house from the moon, so therefore it's career life. It is on her Lagna, so this is defining her and helping her to shine, to, give her fame, things like that, right? So if you have Sun Mercury in the Lagna, right, then writing a book may be a good idea. And now, if you have this yoga, right, Lagna Lord in 12, this Parivartana, which is involving the 12th house, then you can turn that experience into the. Now this becomes very interesting, how you can channelize, and even we could say what is the word which is often used by this lefty philosophers. You can come, earn from that, commodify. This is very lefty term. You can commodify this experience, right? Commodification of the hospital experience. This is crazy. No, but it's good. She's channelizing that in the proper way. But anyway, you can see this is only supporting our theory that if you have planets in the 12 and in the, I mean, if there is a Parivartana, then the planets in the good house, right, they will show the help. They are showing the good part of the yoga, right? So this is very interesting because even if she had this bad, because if Parivartana is related to the bad house, right, then it is not good. But for her, it was fine, right? For her, it was, I mean, it was not fine when it was Venus, right? But when Rahu was aspecting Lagna, so you see, when in Saturn Rahu, this is interesting. No? Let's see Narayana Dasha, because we have this 2 years, right? In 67, she was in that hospital. In 74, maybe it was already Jupiter, you see? Let's see. When the book was released. 93. We have to ask Susan Kaisen. Let's ask when she girl interrupted. Let's ask, or maybe, yeah. We don't know, no? When the things got interrupted, no? When this was really published, no? This is the real thing. When it was really published. Was it in the 94? Right? Or was it in that other things, no? Girl interrupted the book when it was released. Anyone know? Because that is very important to understand that Parivartana, right? Because that is the time when she is really, we could say, working for that, no? '93. Girl Interrupted. In the 1993. Okay. So let's see. Guys, what do you think? 93? 74 was the book, 2000 was the movie, Miguel says. So why my chat GPT is showing... 1 second, I have to ask again. Why 74? Maybe this was another book, or there was some another thing. Right, because if we will take 74, if we will take 74, then it will give us what? But which month, Miguel? Can you find the month? This will be quite important. We have to catch it because this is very important to understand the Parivartan. Right, 74. Which month? Do we have it? 74, the book. 93. Because the book wasn't published until 93. Remember about the 74 doesn't correspond to any publication. People sometimes mix it up with the era of events with other. If you saw 74, weird. Because book wasn't published until 93. So people say 93. Release date of the memoir. And the movie was where? Movie. When was the movie? 93. Parts of it having appeared before that. 3 different magazines. The book was published in paperback in June 94. Yeah. 93. And the movie, according to ChatGPT, was 99. US release December 21, 99. And then in 2000. So let's say 93. And let's ask 93 which month. Now we need those 2 information. When, because that was the no mention of the month of 93. Okay, let's see what ChatGPT will say. Because this is important because this is also her fame, right? So when she got like a famous, we could say, no? This is quite important for the... Let's do 2 hours today, okay? So 16 minutes more. We have 12 people. It's still April. ChatGPT says April. So let's put April 93 and January 2000. April 93. Okay. Release book. April 93. Movie. Jan 2000. Okay. Jan 2000. Release book Mercury Saturn. Mercury Saturn. Movie Ketu. You see movie is very, very solid, right? Do you see that? Ketu Mercury. Oh my God. I just want to see that the Lagna gets activated, right? Because this is the Parivartana, right? In the Venus, she went to the hospital. She was institutionalized. That was that bipolar disorder experience, right? Probably this Venus here, whatever it is, this is the bipolar yoga here in this chart, right? Whatever it is, whatever it's showing, it is the bipolar yoga. I don't know. We have to save this chart maybe and study this more. But anyway, what we should expect is that what we should expect is that whenever this lagna gets activated, she is commodifying. She is going out. Nah? Because this is like a Raja Yoga, right? For her, somehow. This is what is happening in the Lagna. This is aspecting Aruda Lagna. She's getting fame from this, right? And exactly when the movie came out, right? In Ketu Mercury, the movie came out and she got this, no? And in Mercury Saturn, release of the book. Mercury Saturn. No? Yeah. 10 from the moon, Mars in own sign, giving results of the Saturn. No? And with the Aruda Lagna, for the Libra, Saturn is the best planet, is the Yoga Karaka. No? We have to remember that for Libra, Saturn is the Yoga Karaka. Do we have any questions? I saw the movie. Okay, good. Long time ago. The acting carrying the movie. Okay. It is true that in your school teachings, Jupiter is considered exalted in Aquarius. It's very strong. It's said to be very strong in Aquarius. Yeah. Sanjay is mentioning that in Crux of Vedic Astrology. No mention of month. Okay. Is that the method to use? What if you count the houses from the 45 year? Because that would be 93. Is that a method to use? She also has debilitated sun in Vishaka in Lagna, Bada Kesha. Yes. Sun is in Vishaka, gives a split personality. Maybe. Maybe you are into something, yeah. Because the Saturn and Ketu, Vishaka is the Preta nakshatra, right? It's quite. Is it Vishaka? No, it's the Anuradha. Anuradha is the big one. Is the Preta nakshatra. It's the problematic one. Not the Vishaka. Because Vishaka has still the Jupiterian blessing and Anuradha is Saturn Ketu. Hi, Adi, seventh lord in the first house. Yeah. Is she having that? No. Are you asking about your own? I don't know what you're asking here about. Okay, we have 12 minutes more to 2 hours. Let's do 2 hours, guys. We have 13 people still grinding in that Jyotisha lesson. Jyotisha lecture or Jyotisha, it's not a lecture, it's like we have some nice party here. Okay. Let's close her, but we will come back to her chart. You have to agree that very nice Parivartana example, right? All right. Tiarada, tiarada. We have then someone who is called Barish Keith. Keith. I think it's a Keith. Barish Keith. All right. General question. Okay. Seventh Lord in the first house. Yeah, the others or a spouse may influence your head. Is it benefic? Is it a good influence or is it malefic? Right? What's going on there? Also something to ask. How mystic India? This is Bearish Cave now. We are on the Bearish Cave. We closed the last one. You have to go back on the live. We got a big analysis of the chart. This is a very nice chart to study Parivartana. Basically, we were seeing nicely how she channelized that experience in that psychiatric hospital into her book and into being famous. So I was expecting that in the time when that good part of Parivartana was activated, then that will be the time of her fame, right? Like release of the book, release of the movie. And I was right, because we have seen that the movie was in Mercury Ketu and the book was in Mercury, in the Saturn, right? The Saturn was still, we should study that more, but the movie thing, maybe that was something which really catapulted her to the fame. Yeah. What I wanted to do here, I don't know. All right, Barish Keith. Okay. You are asking, how is the experience being a student of Pandit Sanjay Rath? I'm a student of Pandit Visti Larsen, who is student of Pandit Sanjay Rath. But when it comes to the teaching of Pandit Sanjay Rath, then there is no equal, right? This parampara is nothing on that level on this earth. Yeah. Do you follow the D60 rectification? Look at the dispositor of Ketu and it has to aspect the Lagna. Yes. Just as because I'm an Aquarius ascendant and my 4th, 5th, 7th, 8th, and 9th Lord is in my first house. Okay. Maybe it's too late, but I don't. Many plans in the Lagna, right? This can give renunciation, spiritual, no? But it's like Pravaraja Yoga. Many plans in one house is Pravaraja Yoga. And in Lagna can be strong because Lagna is Kendra. If that Pravaraja is in Kendra, then you are like Pravaraja. With that Pravaraja in Lagna, I have an interesting story because I have a friend. I mean, he's still my friend. We don't have, unfortunately, more. The contact is a little bit broken, but we know each other from the vegan straight edge scene or music and the gigs and things like that. And I've had his chart, and he had 4 planets in Lagna. And I said, this is one of my early success, because I said, oh my God, you will be very spiritual person, right? And he was, at that time, he was atheist, total atheist, right? And he was like making fun of religion, and he was just a naughty kid, right? But very, very nice kid, but revolutionary, that naughty character, Scorpio Lagna. Yeah, and I told him that you will be very, very spiritual person in some point of time. And then after few years, he converted to Islam. He became a very solid Muslim. He even moved to it was I forgot now the name. He moved to some Arab country for some years, and then she married there. And for Muslim, right? For Muslim faith, it is Venus. So Venus has to, and he has Venus in the Lagna, 7th Lord, right? So also like married Muslim, a wife. What was the country? Yemen. It was Yemen, I think. Yeah. He moved to Yemen, and now he came back to Poland. He was living in the same region as me. Very nice, interesting person. But 4 planets in the Lagna. So it's if you have four planets in Kendra maybe, or even Trikona, right? Then you are not really. It's not easy for you to live in the society. You may be a little bit not very mainstream person, right? Of course, it depends on many things. Like if you have combustion there, then this may turn into the Raja Yoga for some time. Then you are coming back to that Pravraja Yoga. So there are some dynamic rules for that. Yeah, I have trouble understanding my chart because my D1 and D9 ascendant are both Aquarius, and there is not much information online. Okay. Hopefully you will get some new good package from my YouTube videos and maybe these lives. Then, all right. Okay, guys. So we have, here is the chart of this restaurateur. Let's see that. We have still 16 people. Wow, it's nice. 16 people. American businessman, restaurateur, and film TV producer. Trendy chain of restaurants named Planet Hollywood. Interesting, huh? So 222. I want to see degree. Degree is 15. So what it means? It's 8. 8 plus 15 is 23. Is it Virgo? Ascendant Virgo. Okay. Now he is having the restaurant business, right? So how to see that, right? 10th is Taurus. It is Moon in the 2nd. Aruda is with Venus Ketu, which is giving results of the Moon, and Moon is aspecting. Beautiful, beautiful. What about Navamsha 10th? Mars, any Mars? Mars is in Trikona, so he can cook. Or she? Is it he? No? Keith. And Indi Dashamsa. Vine, oh my God, it cannot be bad. Oh my God, what a model chart. This is crazy. Oh, I think it's we have also here Gordon Ramsay somewhere. Here, Gordon Ramsay chart, because he was born also on 8 November. Okay. But this is crazy. This Dashamsa. Can you see that, guys? Venus in 10th, aspected by the moon and Mars. So we have fire and the food. And not only that, 7th Lord of business, Mercury, aspecting this Venus, aspecting this moon and Mars, and 4th house of restaurants. Oh, we don't need anything more. We are complete here, right? This is the exact yoga, Moon and Mars, for restaurants, no? Aspecting 7th Lord Mercury and 4th house. We need 4 places, right? Opening own places, opening the restaurants. Wow, this was heavy. Unexpected heavy hit we got here, right? You have to agree. You have to agree this was solid Dashamsa. I have trouble understanding my chart. Okay. Guys, are you still there? We have like 14 people. I hope you are following. We have just 2 minutes. So I think we will conclude this, right, with this chart. I think we will conclude this live session. Thank you guys a lot for being here. And I hope you got so much pleasure from this as me. And this was nice session. As we can see, we got still how many charts left? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3. 1, 2. I mean, how many charts we did? Like 5, right? So for 2 hours, I prepared like 20 charts, but we can see that 5 charts are good for. Yeah, Shrez Vardana, thank you for coming by. It will be cool to have more chart discussions. Yes, thanks for the stream. Okay. Thank you, Miguel, for your coming by. Thank you, Roxana, for coming. Spain Parivartana between Jupiter and Venus in D10. Yeah, it depends. Here in this chart, 3rd house. Lagna Lord in the 3rd. You know, the 12th house is always like a supporter. No? So it's like he is taking care that the 4th house is happening. No? Because you see, the main action is in the 4th, right? And he is in the 3rd. So he is like ensuring that the thing is going right. No? Yeah. So they are those people who are not visible. They are not doing the main thing. They are like ensuring, supporting, holding working in the back end. No? So he is jumping between the third, ensuring that the fourth house is right, and the 10th house. Nicola, thanks a lot. Aman Singh, hello, but you have just came into the end of the stream. We got like 2-hour session. Crazy. Hopefully you will have access to the full live from the beginning. And we have like now, many people can buy. All right, guys. So thank you a lot for the session. It was really a pleasure. And we will meet again. And have a nice rest of the day, or have a good night. Take care, guys, and keep the